Hey, what's up guys? Michael here with WarpDriveM. Welcome to a new episode. In today's episode we are going to start working on the Golf to see why we have the rough idling and why we have an oil leak. I think it's a big one because all the engine bay is full with oil. So yeah, no more talking, let's dig deeper to see what the heck this engine is running so rough. In order to find out why we have this side of the engine full of oil, which is a little bit concerning because normally if we should have oil it should be on this side because the oil filter is here. The gasket between the cover and the engine most likely is gonna leak in here because the engine is tilted this way. So in this side we have the intake, yeah, and that's why I said it's a little bit concerning. And as you can see, all the firewall is completely in oil and a lot of parts from underneath here are full of oil. Yeah, anyway, so we are going to remove all the covers, the filter, to see why the heck this side of the engine is all wet, and the throttle body as well is all wet. So maybe it's leaking gas, I have no idea, but we have to remove everything to see why. So let's begin. Airbox out of the way. Everything is dry here on top, but as you can see the throttle body is completely full with oil, and I have no idea why, because we just have a vacuum line from the booster in here, and it's tight and it doesn't have any oil on the line. Yeah, as you can see in there, let me try to put a screwdriver in there. As you can see, oil on the throttle body. That's kind of strange, yeah, really strange. And it seems that the oil starts from here. So I have to remove now the throttle body to see what's underneath. Let me show you what I found. So I've put a rag in here, I've cleaned the edges on the intake, yeah, and this hole was completely built up with carbon. Now it's free, yeah. And check this out, this one, let me try to show you. This one is a swell clogged. It can't communicate at all with this pipe, and that should be our problem. Yeah, so I'm going to clean this pipe, this channel from here through here, yeah. And after that we are going to take the spark plugs out to see in the condition of the spark plugs, and we are going downwards to see if we still have any leak other than here. And I think problem solved. It was easy as this. Maybe it might be that simple, and I hope it's so simple, because in other circumstances I think I would have to take the engine out, but maybe we still have to take the engine out. First I'm gonna clean everything, yeah, unclog this pipe, and we are going to take the spark plugs, like I've said, out, and we are continuing searching for the oil leak. Now with that room you can see how much oil in here is, yeah, and goes all the way down. Yeah, it's kind of too much oil to be just from here. Maybe the booster is leaking as well. Yeah, check this out. This is the, I think, EGR pipe, and check this out, completely clogged. And I completely clogged, yeah, and I couldn't unclog this part because I want to remove the pipe, but the pipe goes all the way till here, yeah, in here to the EGR valve, and I'm trying to remove that pipe from there, but I cannot put the car on the inspection pit because my other car is here, and I cannot go outside because we have a cycling tour, something like that, all the way. We cannot move any cars on the road today, so as you can see, all the time the bicycles are passing by. I cannot go under the car. The car is near the wall here. It's kind of complicated for me to do this without a lift or a jack or something underneath the car, but I will try my best. So like I've said, this was the problem for the rough idling. Yeah, it's completely clogged. I'm not sure how well you can see on the camera, but completely clogged. And I'm pretty sure that this should be plugged somewhere, and this should be in here, but it's too loose now and comes out, and check this out, completely cracked. So I'm gonna cut a little bit of this hose, plug it back in, try my best to remove the EGR pipe. Check it out how bad it is. Let me try like this. Can you see that? And the whole pipe is like this. So I'm going to try to remove the pipe, clean everything, put the hose for the EGR valve back, and the rough idling is resolved. Another finding, this is the breather hose, yeah, that comes from the filter, goes in the evap can, I think it's called, and let me show you what it's underneath there. Check this out, it's full with goo. It's completely clogged, the evap can as well, but I have little to no access in there, so I might remove the intake completely. And let me show you what I've done. I removed the throttle body from the intake gaskets. It's gonna be like this, rubber gasket, after that metal gasket, and the throttle body. I've cleaned everything, yeah, and this one as well. I've cleaned all the holes. I've cut the hose from the EGR valve. Like I've said, I've cut the hose, I put it back. I need to replace this one because it's completely cracked. And we are going to remove the intake completely because I will have access to the can and I can clean everything underneath there. intake out. Oh my god, there's so many room in here. And yeah, so the oil was coming from this evap can. It was full, yeah, German English. Anyway, now I have to remove it, clean everything, and other than that, check this out. We had a small leak from the fourth cylinder, the cylinder 4, yeah, as you can see in here. And other than this, the gasket was very good. I'm going to remove this can and clean everything in here. And I think that was our problem. Now you can see I've started to clean the pipe a little bit. Oh, now you can see the pipe. I have to wait till I put the car on the inspection pit to remove it completely and unclog it. But other than that, we are rocking, boys. We are rocking. I'm gonna check the valves, of course, but let me try to put the camera in there. Just a second. Oh god, that's clean, more than I thought. Yeah, the valves are clean. Perfect. I removed all 3 bolts from the can, and now, yep, and for sure this gasket is leaking. What's in here? Yeah, pretty much the gasket was blown. That's why we had the oil leaking, and it was everywhere because of this gasket right in there. So problem solved. I have to clean everything now and order new O-rings, gaskets, everything, and put everything back together. Pretty much that's about it with the disassembling. Yep, we've found the problem. The oil was leaking through here and through here on top. We've unclogged this pipe. We removed the intake. I have to clean everything, but I ran out of the brake cleaner. And let me show you quickly what we've done. So we removed the intake, throttle body, the support for the throttle body. This is like a breather, oil recirculating stuff. I don't know how it's called. It's like a catch can, oil catch can, yeah, something like that. And the oil was leaking through here. I've tried to remove the O-ring from here, and check this out. Cracked, and it's like a wire, and it should be flexible. And the same problem with this one from here. Yeah, I couldn't remove it other way than broke it. Anyway, I have to clean this pipe, yeah, that goes from the air cooler, air filter housing through this oil catch can. I'm gonna call it like this, okay? I have to clean everything, but like I said, I ran out of brake cleaner. I've put already an order, and I have to order all the gaskets from this catch can, from the throttle body, yeah, the rubber joint, the rubber gasket and the metal one, and this gasket for the manifold. And after that, let me check what's inside. Yeah, pretty much oil inside the oil filter, because that catch can was full of oil, so it's no wonder. Yeah, I have to order air filter as well. Check this out. This is bad, full of oil, a few lines. Yeah, so we need a oil filter, all the gaskets new. I've cleaned the throttle body, and pretty much I've ordered already the new spark plugs for the car, oil and oil filter. So in a day or two I should have all the parts, and I hope we figure out the rough idling problem and the oil leaking problem as well. I will put everything back together, and we are going from there. Pretty much that's about it for today's episode. Like I've said, I ran out of brake cleaner. I don't have the parts to put everything back together, and it's gonna remain like this for now. We took everything that was wrong apart, and I'm waiting for the new parts. I hope in a day or two the new parts are here, and we can put everything back together to test if this was the problem to our rough idle and the oil leaking problem. But I'm pretty sure that was the main problem that we found, and if the problem is still here, we have to remove the engine and tear it apart to see what the heck is wrong with this engine. So yeah, join me on the next episode to see more progress, and if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, thumbs down. Until next time, see you later.